Hello all, as today we are going to discuss the starting topics of mechanical vibration, which is 6 semester syllabus in third year mechanical engineering. So as you can see in the syllabus of RTU, they started with the introduction and objective. So as far as the objective is concerned, the course covers single degree freedom of mechanical vibration, then systems with 2 degree freedom, then many degree freedoms, which will give you the enlightenment related to the vibrations and how you can cancel out those vibrations, or what are the industrial noise control strategies that you will undergo during this whole curriculum. And at the end of the studying this whole curriculum, the outcome of these courses will be understanding about the causes of vibration and how you can damp or reduce the vibration. So in this way you can get idea about this particular topic of mechanical vibration. So as you can see in the unit 1, we will try to cover the topics related to the sound, which is introduction to the sound, and then we will go to the introduction to noise, where we will also see non-auditory effects of noise as well as industrial noise sources. Okay, and third part of this unit 2, which we will discuss about importance and scope of vibration, terminology and classification, then concept of degree of freedom, harmonic motions and all. And after that we will go to the undamped and damped vibration in unit 3, then forced vibrations, and as well as the vibration isolation and transmissibility we will study in unit number 3 or 4. This is basically unit 4. Then we will move to unit 5, which is systems with 2 degree freedom, and we will also see what do you understand by the critical speed of shaft. Okay, critical speed calculations, critical speed enumeration and numericals we will also go through. Then at the end of the syllabus we will also see what are the many degree freedom and vibrations of continuous system. So in this way we will try to cover this whole syllabus. So today I will try to discuss few topics of unit number 1, which is your, as we have previously also discussed about introduction to sound during our offline sessions in the starting month of April. So today we will try to discuss what are the human response to the sound, which is a prominent topic of this unit 2. Let's get it started. That the ear, seemingly by the magic, or you can say, converts incoming sound energy into the eardrum oscillations, then into middle ear bone motion and standing waves of basilar membrane. Ultimately the nerve impulse that relate to the brain, and we understand that there is a kind of noise or our brain will function. With the help of this, brain process all the information and psychologically it interpret and determine that how much intensity of the sound you are receiving with the help of outside sound. The frequency range of the human hearing is generally considered from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. The upper range varies greatly among the individuals and decreases with the age. As your age will decrease, your noise exposure will also decrease, or this upper range will also decrease. The amplitude of our sensation ranges from threshold hearing to 0 decibel to the 140, or I will say 120 decibel. 140 decibel is a discomfort and pain, means if you are hearing above this 140 decibel, then there will be some kind of discomfort or pain in your ear. Okay, so as far as the loudness is concerned, and loudness is a subjective response to the amplitude of sound. Okay, it is a judgment to the intensity of sound by any human being. It is not linearly related with either sound pressure or sound pressure levels. Okay, as you can also see that sound pressures will be measured in the form of Pascal, and sound pressure level will be measured with the help of decibel. Okay, similarly a 10 decibel increases in SPL, okay, sound pressure level, approximately result in a twice subjective loudness. Means if your sound pressure level, which is SPL they have depicted here, so if your sound pressure level is increasing by 10 decibel, then definitely there will be a twice subjective loudness, means your loudness will be in twice. Okay, there is a table which is there, as you can see here, that if your SPL is changes by 3, then it will be doubled. If it changes by 5, it is of 3 power watt increase. So in this way you can relate your SPL, or I can say sound pressure level, with the source power, or you can say loudness. Okay, so in this way you can relate these things. Okay, now let me go to the non-auditory response to the human sources or non-auditory response of the effect of noise. Okay. So as you can see that in addition to the hearing loss, noise can induce several non-auditory effects, including stress, tension, adverse health effect. The surprise or generated by the sudden sounds can cause physical stress. As you can see, if you are going to hear any kind of high level noise in either in the DJs or any other parties wherever you are going to attend just for the participation, so there you will hear huge amount of sound, okay, which may affect your listening capacity or your sleep, conversation or music listening concentration. So in this way, if you are hearing it for a longer time, our research indicates that LDN is less than or greater than 65 of aircraft noise in residential areas is correlated with effect of noise on man. Means those who are living in the nearer area to the aircraft noise will be there. So in that point, there is an increase in number of people with psychological and physiological health problems, and they require attention, as well as they increased use of types of drugs and visit to the physician. So these are the non-auditory effect of noise to the human being. An increase in the incidence of female infants with reduced digestion period, as well as body weight at the time of birth, an increase in the number of adults requiring admission to psychiatric hospitals. So these are the dangerous effect of non-auditory effect of noise on human being. Okay, so we have to be very cautious whenever we are listening high decibel sounds, as well as if we are passing out from a aircraft noise pollution areas. Okay, so this is all about the today's session. So we will try to come with the next session, where we will discuss about the relationship among sound power, sound intensity and sound pressure level, and we will also try to solve out one numerical on that. So in this way we will try to cover the first half of the unit number 2 in the next session. So thank you so much for your patience hearing, and stay home, stay safe, and try to cover all the topics which we are covering in this session. Thank you so much.